You drink my Sprite? Smell your breath.
Let me smell your breath. Let me smell your breath. Welcome back to Breaking and Entering. You Sprite drinker bitch.
Alright. Whoa.
Ooh, a Graveler.
We need to catch this because we can't evolve this.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Oh, great. And it needs a thing that I don't have.
Oh, good.
Jumping.
Put your fucking nutting around. Ooh!
Okay.
You fucking nailed him right in his fucking gobbledygook.
Yes!
Ooh!
Yes!
Let's go!
How did that happen? I don't know, but I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the EXP on that
Let's
sucker.
fucking go!
Let's fucking go!
When does Ninetales...
I have no idea.
The freak.
I think level 20.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I'll keep it real with you. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure. Soon though, I think. Oh, you know what? That might be one that needs a rock.
What?
It might need a rock to evolve.
What?
Like a fire rock.
What?
A fire thing.
Like
The
an
thing.
Evolve stone?
Yeah.
You
know, a fire rock.
Are you sure? I think that might be a trade one.
No, it's not. I've evolved them in this game.
Oh, okay. Hey, can I tell you about Panera?
Oh god, yeah.
About how it's personal. It's absolutely lost all business for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I loved Panera for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was my favorite. I would drive up. To
Applebee's.
To Applebee's, and be like, this place isn't even close to Panera. But I would drive.
Oh, not fake out.
I would go visit friends every week. Every single week, I would visit friends.
Mm-hmm.
And it was always around lunchtime that we would hang out. Every single week, I would grab
God.
Panera. And every single time.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I don't know who that is.
Oh.
And I loved it. I would always get like a bacon sandwich and mac and cheese. And then COVID happened. COVID hit. And I don't know what the fuck happened.
Okay, watch really quick. I'm gonna one-hit this thing.
This Kangaskhan?
Oh,
Dude.
that did not work.
Uh-oh.
What is it? What type is a Kangaskhan?
Round?
Snuff can avoid... Oh! Snuff can just healed up fully with a heart? I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Oh.
But yeah, so COVID happened, so, it like shut down for a while.
Yep.
And I don't know what the fuck happened to our Panera. Well, here's the thing. It's not just our Panera either. It's all Paneras.
It's all Paneras.
All of a sudden, like, if you get more than 3 people in line, you're waiting for 20 minutes in the drive-thru.
Mm-hmm.
I might as well just come inside and sit down and eat. Every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not just like, oh, it was a busy day, oh, they were short-staffed.
Well, and half the time it's like, so I don't know how this happens, but it's like always the food from the bottom of the barrel. So it's like been in there all day.
Yep.
It's like overcooked.
Days old, sitting under that lamp.
It's like, oh, why is it bad?
So an average visit for me would be, I would get in line. There would be like 2 to 3 cars in line.
Which 99 HP, though. In case you care.
Nice. Yeah, you okay there?
Yeah, everything's fine.
You good?
I'm just trying to find a comfy way to sit, because I can't sit normal.
Mm-hmm. But yes, so I would get in line. There'd be 2 to 3 cars on average.
Charmeleon.
It would take probably about 8 to 10 minutes per car to order, and then about 2 to 3 minutes to order, and then they would end up sitting there because there'd be cars in front of them.
Forever, yeah.
It would be about 8 to 10 minutes per meal, seemingly. So that's about 20 minutes of just waiting in line to get the food ordered. Order the food. Finally, sit there like a dumbass.
What does that mean?
Arcanine seems interested in the Reinhorn region. It wants to fuck!
No, I think... I think it's because it has great stats.
Oh, okay.
I'll remember. I'll add it to the party.
But yeah.
Don't worry.
So I would order like half of a sandwich and a small bowl of mac and cheese and a soda.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be like a half an hour.
Yeah.
And I would get up to the... And you might be thinking, oh, well, maybe it was short-staffed. Nay, nay. Nay, nay, nay.
Nay, nay, like a horse,
I would pull up to the drive-thru window, and there would be, like, a dozen people, like, running around in the kitchen, doing stuff. Like, I don't know, scooping mac and cheese into a bowl and putting together a sandwich.
Oh, another graveler? Let's try to catch it.
Dude, grab it. Grab the graveler. And then I would be at the window, and I would have to wait another 10 minutes for them to actually come up and be like, here's your food. And there were a few times where it was wrong.
Yeah.
But the real straw that broke the camel's back is I was at... I think maybe you had gotten...
The real straw that broke the camel's back was you got celiac.
Well, okay. That's after the fact. That's after I decided that I was...
But, yeah, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Before that, the second to last straw was that all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, they just decided to close the drive-thru.
Oh, yeah, just all the time?
And listen, here's the thing. If you close the drive-thru, fine. Match up!
I don't know if we're going to be able to catch it, but...
I think we've already seen them.
We've seen them, but we haven't been able to catch them.
The thing is, I wouldn't care if the drive-thru was closed, but I would love to know before I drive into that enclosed driving space where there's no exits, before I get all the way up to the door, and there's a fucking chair in the middle of the road with a little paper-written sign with Sharpie like, oh, drive-thru's closed.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah, and it was always insane because, like, you can't see the drive-thru from... Like, you can't see that part of the drive-thru from anywhere until you get to the drive-thru the way that
you can see through from the highway.
Yeah, from the highway you can see it.
As you're driving past on the highway, you can see this little chair in the thing. But you have to go like, oh shit, and then you have to back out and hopefully nobody else had the same idea you did, otherwise you're fucked. Mm-hmm. And you're just like, I don't know, dude.
It's a nightmare. It's justifiably a nightmare.
But here's the nightmare. This is what happened.
Yes, I can.
This is back when we were still dating, and I think you brought me Panera. You bought it for me because we were like doing something that night, but you had to leave. So you're like, oh, I want to buy you dinner and stop by and say hi and give you a kiss, and then I'm gonna go do my thing tonight. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, great. So you got me like a barbecue chicken sandwich, which is fine. And I think this was a Sunday because I had work the next morning. You bring that to me, we hang out, we give each other a little smooch, and then you go on your way. I eat my sandwich. And then, like, the middle of the night, I wake up and it's like, oh my god, I have to poop right now. Right fucking now, or I'm going to die. I just
one-shot that Onyx with Moonblast.
Barely, I waddle, I do the, like, almost plugging my butthole with my fucking finger.
Oh my
Walk over to, because the bathroom that I was going to use was occupied.
Yep.
In the middle of the night, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So the only other bathroom was on the other side of the house. So I had to waddle across the house with my finger basically up my ass. And it was the wateriest, spiciest shit I've ever taken. Because I got
you like some kind of like chicken sandwich.
It was like a barbecue chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing. That was also when I was in college. So I know for a fact it was the Panera food because I had only eaten breakfast that morning. I hadn't eaten lunch.
Yep.
Because I was like doing college stuff, so I just wasn't living a very healthy lifestyle.
I should have kept my water guys out to fight these people, but it's fine. Clefairy can handle it. Uh-oh.
I
think that Geodude is gonna self-destruct.
Maybe.
Probably.
But yeah, so then I had this really, really painful watery shit. Mm-hmm. And I get up and I'm like, okay.
What are the odds I get a water move?
That sucked. But I'm going to go ahead and go back to bed because I got to work in the morning. I walk across the house. It takes about 30 seconds to get from one side of the house to the other because it's a very long ranch-style house. By the time I like sit down to go to bed, I sit down and I'm like, I need to poop again. I need to go right now. I come back, unload just as much, if not more, watery, stinging, spicy poop. And when I say I literally water, like water with poop in it. Yeah. Not like a soft serve, not like a little, literally pissing out of my own asshole.
Yeah.
Do you like how vulgar I'm getting?
Yeah.
I just need you to understand how terrible this was.
And this was so much worse for me too, having to hear this over the phone.
Yep. So I'm like, oh my god, this hurts so bad. Like, it's to the point where I'm like gripping the sides of the toilet bowl and holding my butt up, just hoping that maybe that will help a little bit. But nay, not my fate that evening.
Oh my god, no.
So I'm like, okay, so I get myself clean up, like, oh, that was really bad. Hopefully I'm done now. I walk back across the house, about to get back into bed. Nay, good sir. You have another deposit to make.
At the turd bank?
And at this point, the bathroom next to where my bedroom was at that point was open. It was free and open. But I felt bad because there were points where I was like, ow, 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 or like, oh, because it hurt so bad. So it was so spicy. I'm like, I'm just gonna go across the house again. And at this point, I take another man-sized shit of water.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stay here. So I
just
watched.
live in this bathroom.
I sat in that bathroom for 3 hours, and I remember because I watched 3 one-hour episodes of YouTube videos. And I think did I text? Do you remember if I texted you?
You were messaging me pretty consistently through that.
I was like, yeah, and this is like what, midnight, 1 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
A point that we would probably still be awake. I had maybe gone to sleep because I had to work in the morning. So I had effectively had some pretty severe food poisoning. I never threw up though. Typically when you have food poisoning, you throw it up. But
well, and see, that's what makes me wonder too. Like, that had to have been because of the that probably was because of your celiac.
And that's never happened to me before.
Really?
Besides that, but that severe, Like,
oh, I guess that's
there's
true.
a very big difference between the celiac shits I was having and that. That I'm almost positive was food poisoning.
Well, never mind then.
And it was spurned on by Panera because I had like
you
a
hadn't had
bowl of
anything else.
cereal or something. Like something so like it was like there's no way that's it. There's no way. And then so I'm like, I'm not fucking eating at Panera anymore. They literally poisoned me. So I had to miss work that day. I'm like, guys, I've been up all night. I literally did not sleep that night.
Oh, I remember.
Literally did not sleep. I think maybe that might have been, that might have been, I don't remember at what time of year it was, but I was still pretty fresh at my new job. So it must have been like late summer or early fall. So I think maybe I had class, or maybe I had only online classes still, so it was fine. Or whatever, I don't know.
You must have, yeah, I feel like your stuff was mostly online that last semester. You were at campus every now and then, but not that often.
No, not. I think it might have been like, oh, I usually work partially on Mondays, and then I do my class stuff or whatever. But, I didn't do any class stuff. I didn't do any work stuff. I literally stayed after that night, I didn't really have any bad poops, but it was just the fact that I had pooped probably a dozen times. And I was so water depleted that I was like literally chugging water because I was so fucking thirsty. I wasn't peeing either. I was just pooping. So something told my body to be like, just shit it all out. And I think it was
3 great balls.
that barbecue chicken sandwich from Panera.
It absolutely was.
So before I was unable to eat there ever again,
Hit me with your pet.
they had lost.
They had already
my
lost
business.
your business. Oh my god. Yeah, man. Well, you had some pretty serious beef with them for a while before that, and I was like, just forget it.
It was like I hate the service. Their service was terrible, but their food was good. Like I enjoyed the chicken sandwich.
Not karate chop.
I remember enjoying it, but then
Check this
the
out.
fact that it fucking poisoned me.
KO this. Fuck.
Dude, I'll be honest. I've been like a quarter.
I know
attention.
you've been possessed by the memory of sitting on the toilet all night eating your Panera bread. That's all right. That's all right, baby.
I don't know what the fuck is going on for
Holly
Panera
Whirl,
bread, but it is not doing well. Sure.
You can do this, right, Raticate?
Yes! Yes, I can!
You can do this, right? You can fight a Polywhirl? Big cheeks. I don't know if Psychic is good against Dark or what the situation is. Find out.
I don't know.
Crunch.
This is the third person that's added me to my friends list on Xbox since we started recording this episode.
The hell is going on?
I must be very popular.
You are very popular, evidently.
You gonna crunch him?
I'm gonna bite him this time.
Oh!
Bubble beam.
Bubble beam? Oh,
Not
fuck
bubble
me,
beam.
dude.
Anything but that.
Ow, ow, ow,
I
ow.
mean, he's doing a lot of damage, but not enough.
Right.
Crunch, crunch.
Crunch, crunch, bitch.
That'll do it. Crunch, crunch, bitch. Wow, wow, wow,
Bow, bow, bow.
Doo-doo-doo.
Good job.
Fired away. I got 3 Pokeballs. Rather get Great Balls, but that's fine.
Well, all right. Well, on that note,
On the next episode,
we'll talk. Maybe, do you want to talk
Whoops.
about a business that's lost your business?
sure.
Okay, let's do
I
it.
can't think of one that has.
All right, then. We'll think about it for a second.
Yeah, I'll think about it for a second. I'm sure there's one somewhere, but... Oh, yeah, you know what? I do have one, and I'll share it next time.
Next time on Breaking and Entering. Bye.
Bye!